It's v.h.s.x. What do you mean?
Alright everybody, welcome back. We got a brand new video that was suggested by one of you guys in the Discord community. Shout out to March for this suggestion. This one is TTK's The Ghoul Takes Zero skill, right? Dead by Daylight. Now, as you guys already know, that I've already spoken about this numerous times, I am in the camp that, yes, this character indeed does take skill. And anybody who's trying to deny that or trying to sort of imply that it doesn't is just kind of taking in the gaslighting, you know, the drinking the Kool-Aid that DBD is making for us, right? The DBD community is making for us. A lot of the things that the DBD community likes to say are a lot of things that don't make a lot of sense. So that's why I have to say, like, if you are looking at a point or trying to engage at a point, you're going to have to do your own research and actually look for yourself, maybe even do some testing to actually get the true answer for things. Because keeping in mind that this is the same community that will tell you that using strategies makes you a bad player. It is the same community that will tell you that Nerfs is easy for some reason. This is the same community that will tell you that somehow solo queue is the most common amount of population in the players when it's been disproven by DBD's own stats. Right? So keeping that in mind, right? We have to understand that just because everyone says something is true doesn't always mean that it is true. That's my point. And when it comes down to Ghoul specifically, I can say from my personal experience that I can't say that I was able to master the character in like a day. Like, that just didn't happen. And they also like to claim that Ghoul is an automatic win, oh, free win, but yet I would lose the game easily with this character. You know what I mean? And even on streams when I've had played him, I sit there and I say, where's my auto win? You know, I'm getting my hits, I'm getting my downs, like, well, where's my auto win? And it doesn't come, right? Because keeping in mind that there's plenty of agency that survivors do have when playing against Ghoul or playing against any character. And because I usually play a lot of M1 killers, and I don't really play a lot of dash killers, especially around when I was trying out Kaneki, trying to learn him and stuff like that, or in this case, Rize, I can't say I was getting free wins. Now, was I able to cut off a lot of those shift W? Yeah. But if you're saying that like this character's an automatic win, that honestly tells you a lot about the DBD community as a whole, who is playing Survivor, right? Because keeping in mind that if their only counter they know is shift W meta, and you're picking a character that counters a shift W meta, and they have no other backup, they don't know how to loop, they don't know what they're doing, then that kind of tells you that the majority of players on Survivor that are losing to Kaneki probably don't understand how to actually play not only against the character, but probably any other killers that aren't an M1 killer. And the reason I also have said this as well is because I've seen guides and things like that covering Kaneki and how to use the power correctly to go for cutoffs, to go for different angles, to actually be able to grab the right surface to actually go into the right direction that you need to go to. That is not something that is immediately apparent when you play this character. And keeping in mind as well that people like to claim that this character is an S tier. And it's like, if that were true, then where's the auto win, right? Because you know, it's really interesting when you think about it. Because at the end of the day, a character like Blight can down you, well, before the nerfs, can down you pretty quickly because it's not like he has to cancel or has any delays between his attacks. He has to bounce and then get the angle, bounce again, you know, get another angle, and then from, you know, if he's just near you, he could just down you. But Kaneki doesn't really work like that. I mean, people like to say that the first hit is free, but that's as far as it goes, right? Because after that, he has to M1 you. So that then brings out the whole cutoffs thing. But let's actually listen to what people have to say about this.
Actually a skillful killer, or is he just DBD's most advanced one-handed gaming experience? Now, to be fair, every killer has that group of players that insists their main is the hardest killer in the game. Nurse players say it, Blight players say it, hey, even Trapper players say it, and they literally put bear traps on the floor. But Ghoul players,
But that already tells you, you know, especially like from watching the beginning of the video, kind of already tells you, you know, basically the bias, you could say, when it comes down to perspectives on this. And that's why I always tell you guys who watch these videos or listen to these videos that you need to listen to what people are trying to say, notice how people speak, notice the visuals they're using to talk about these things. Because if you're going in with a predisposed bias that, oh, this character's just free, then of course you're never gonna even let it get in your head to understand the perspective of somebody who engages with that content, engages with that gameplay, engages with that character, whatever have you. And as you can see, like, you know, for this like image here with AI here, he says he's overpowered. It's really not. It's really not. Maybe on release you could say like, oh, we had a pretty crazy range, but that was about it. They already changed that. They nerfed him again to where the vaulting doesn't really work anymore, right? Because now they gave it even more time for them to run around the palette. So you could say, you know, even to this day that this character is, oh, he's overpowered, but that already just tells you that where their head's at. That already tells you that they have a skill issue at the end of the day.
They talk about him like you're performing open heart surgery every time you press M2. I quote, "You have to perfectly chain your mobility, manage distance, and predict survivor movement. Bro, I just watched you launch yourself through 3 pallets, a small window, a village, and the concept of physics to hit a meg that was already halfway to the next generator. So I decided to test something. Can you play the goal with one hand? No drum roll needed, because the answer is yes. Not only can you play him with one hand, you can probably play him with one hand while eating a sandwich, because the goal gameplay loop is basically look in the general direction of a survivor, press ability, teleport through reality itself, land a hit from a distance normally reserved for throwing spears. And I'm not even convinced goal players are aiming at this point. I think the game just checks, is there a survivor within the same zip code? And congratulations, you've landed a hit. Now let's talk about
But that's the thing, right? Because I kind of already knew what I was getting into when I first, like, that's the first 10 seconds of the video. And I guess that's him right there, I guess, like getting upset at going against school. So he made like a 4-minute video losing his mind about it. But anyway, keeping in mind, like I've said, at least from my own experience, I can't say that I was able to pick up Ghoul instantly, get every single down for free and all of this type of stuff. It's a complete exaggeration. It's completely fabricated. Now, obviously, if the video is supposed to be satire, then hey, you know what I mean? I'm right there with you, buddy. Like, it's funny. But, I mean, especially with like the myriad of AI images in this video regardless. So, I mean, it was already pretty low effort, you know, as it is. But regardless. Jokes aside, okay? Because I'm being a bit sarcastic. Jokes aside, okay? Like I said, I would actually go ahead and actually do the experimentation yourself, actually figure it out, because like I've said, I've actually played the character myself. It's really not that easy unless the players are inexperienced and have no understanding as to what they're doing. And at that point, any character will look like an S tier. If you have people that either refuse to engage with the gameplay loop and refuse to engage with the actual, you know, counters and stuff like that, of course the character's going to look strong. That's just how it works. You know what I mean? That's inevitable. There's people that genuinely believe that Trapper is an S tier killer because they refuse to look on the floor to look for traps. Believe it or not. I mean, I wish I was joking about that, but no, there are people that genuinely believe Trapper's crazy. There's people that genuinely believe that Ghostface is an S tier killer, that he's so strong. Oh my god. It's like, come on. Come on now. Kind of insane. So, at the end of the day, like I said, like just think for yourselves, you know what I mean? Think for yourselves, do your own research. And don't listen to everything that the DVD community has to tell you, because a lot of the time it will be inaccurate, incorrect, no sources. You guys have even seen the forum posts we've covered. And the forum posts we've covered as well. They do the same thing. They'll just make up stuff that didn't even happen, or make up stuff that isn't in reality. You guys, even one of the more recent ones that we've covered, they actually said that Dark Arrogance was somehow activated by survivors somehow. And if you know what Dark Arrogance does, you know that doesn't work like that. It actually nerfs you as well. And they also said Wretched Fate was a crazy perk. Like, oh man, it's so funny, dude. It's hilarious. But I want to hear what you guys think in the comment section, man. What do you guys think of this topic today? Do you think Kaneki actually does take skill? Do you think that he doesn't? Let me know in the comment section. Hit the thumbs up, man. Original videos in the description, of course. And I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, let's go ahead and read off these wonderful members. We got Patreon, Crow Vader. All my YouTube members, Brando, Evil Blade, Cap Courteous, WTF You're Not JLo, Evil Peach, Hargan Falcon, Dole Whip, Noxus, Zero Mocker, Jack, Christian, and Crow Vader. Really appreciate you guys supporting, man. And if you also subbed on Twitch, just know that you got love coming your way too. Appreciate you guys, man.